Yep, go ahead, I think.
Okay, we are live. Meeting is streaming now live on Facebook. I am so pleased to introduce to you Jairek Robbins, who actually is my business coach. And let me just start with this great bio, Jairek. And I know you're too humble. You wanted me probably to read the shorter one, but I'm going to read the regular intro bio. So here we go. Jairek is best-selling author, decorated performance coach, and speaker. And Jairek is a man dedicated to helping professionals like all of us achieve success by, achieve success by living with purpose in your life and business. At only 23 years old, Jairek was awarded the Congressional Award, I did not know that, gold medal from the United States Congress, and has conducted trainings for a variety of companies and organizations, including Harvard, the United States Marines, the Air Force Special Forces, UBS, BMW, eXp Realty, Major League Baseball teams, and members of the U.S. Olympic team. He is a trusted advisor and board member to a variety of different companies, in addition to his most recent project as president and chief strategy officer of Success Enterprises. And today, the 38-year-old, with almost 2 decades of performance coaching experience, continues to unlock secrets for maximizing performance and organizational success. And he's just getting started. As an innovator, Jairek is applying his own philosophy and living a life of adventure, philanthropy, and entrepreneurship. Whether it's cage diving with great white sharks, no thank you, hanging with silverbacks in Rwanda, whitewater rafting down the Nile, working as a volunteer in underdeveloped regions, Jairek is out in the world living fully, loving deeply, and striving to do something that matters. Thank you, Jairek. We're all very delighted that you're here with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. I'm excited to work with you. Nora asked if I'd be willing to share a little bit of a session we did recently in our Business Accelerator program about artificial intelligence and AI and how to integrate this into our business. So if it's okay, I'm going to do a screen share. If I can be able to screen share.
Can you do that, Christine?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm making you a co-host, and then you can share, but we'll manage the attendance. So make co-host.
There he is.
You should be able to share now.
All right, here we go. I'll throw this up there, and could you give me a thumbs up if that's on the screen and you can see it?
Got it.
Good. So I'll run you through the front end of this presentation a lot faster than we normally do. So if that's okay, we'll just go quick. And then Nora, how much time did I have just to make sure I keep it within the range? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry. We have a hard stop around 12:30, but it's up to you. We can always go a little bit later. It's on,
12:30. Okay, let me see if I can squeeze it in.
But if it runs a little bit later, that's fine. It's your schedule. We appreciate you being here.
No problem. I'll do a quick overview on this side. So this is a standard presentation we do with our Business Accelerator. This specific presentation was more focused on lead acquisition up here. So how do we acquire leads? How do we help with the marketing aspect of it? The big idea here is leveraging AI in your business process dramatically boosts your productivity, enables data-driven decision-making. It enhances your customer experience, ultimately providing a competitive edge and ensuring survival in today's digital economy. So I think this is an important topic, especially with how many tools are coming out on this topic right now. And there's so many different ways to use it, but we'll go through a couple. If we do this wrong, usually we have misdirected resources and wasted time. So I don't know, but how many of you have fiddled with an AI tool in the last month and lost a good half your afternoon just trying to figure out what it was doing? Anyone have one of those? It's like a rabbit hole. You get started and you're like, what else can this thing do? And you just start veering off into a little bit of wasted time because it is exciting and it is new and we are curious. And so it can either help you or hurt you in this area. Sometimes missing the bullseye. Anyone see the article that the quality of work it's producing has dropped dramatically in the last week or so? It used to be able to pass like the bar exam, and now it's competing with high schoolers. It's like, there's a glitch in the system, and now the quality of work is interesting. So we want to make sure we're hitting the bullseye and not putting the wrong stuff up. Saying hello to empty rooms. This is rough. You have an open house, you have a showing you're doing, and no one's showing up. The market changed. How people want to do these things is different than how they used to. And now it's like, how do we pivot? How do we get to where people are instead of trying to hunt them one by one? Ultimate consequence is all the, it's leaves you devastated. You get left behind, and we don't want that. So let's flip. If we get it right, turbocharge your productivity. With these tools, you can, with 1 ounce of effort, and I'm going to show you kind of a strategy we used with it today, but with 1 bout of effort, you can produce a massive amount of work if you use it right and effectively. The bullseye on decision making, it helps you get extremely clear and give you wildly accurate data you can use real time to make decisions on. It also can allow you to have a very personal touch. This part's interesting because it seems like the more you use technology, the less personal it becomes, but there's ways to actually make it extremely personal because of the technology, and I'll show you that in a second. The long-term benefit is staying power. So survival, businesses that harness the power of AI are going to be the ones that survive and thrive in the competitive landscape of the future. A couple examples real quick. How many of you have had the experience where you're watching Netflix, you get done with a show, and then it suggests something you might like? Anyone have that? That's totally AI. That's them mapping your behavior and then running an algorithm to decide what does this person like most, and can we serve something up that they really want? Now, if anyone have kids, my son, who's 3, has been watching a lot of Thomas the Train. So my algorithm's broken because every suggestion at this point is either the Magic School Bus or Thomas. So he has warped my algorithm from comedy stand-up spiels to Thomas the Train. And that's what happens. It watches what you do, and then it customizes to you. Second piece, American Express. Anyone get a fraud call? You're using your credit card, and all of a sudden you get the text message, the phone call, the email, and you're like, wow, they were watching every move of mine. Luckily, that wasn't a human sitting somewhere watching that. That was an algorithm they put in place that's actually following patterns. And when your pattern deviates, it throws up a flag and locks your account. And I was like, ooh, that's a great use of AI because it's actually monitoring the movement of people. Coca-Cola and other brands, they're using AI to figure out the patterns of sales, what's moving and what's not moving. What are people interested? What are they not interested in? And then adjusting the algorithm. When we get this to you and what we can do with it for our business, 90% of the effectiveness right now is going to come down to the prompt we use. And for anyone here, throw in a prompt and get back like an absolutely average response and think, I could have written that better in the same amount of time. Anyone have one of those where it just wasn't very useful for you? A couple of people? Okay. With prompts, I'll share a different screen. I'll give you a couple prompts that we've played with, and then I'll show you a few different tools to use here that's fun. So with prompts, this is where the majority of the magic is in these. And so let me grab. Here, I'll use this one. So I'm going to throw a prompt in here. You're welcome to keep it in the chat box. But if we look at this prompt, I'll read it to you. So craft a comprehensive SEO optimized blog that provides insight and valuable content about the latest trends in specific business industry. This post should be approximately 2,000 words, incorporate primary keywords related to specific business industry without keyword stuffing, and include long tail keywords and LSI, which is latent semantic indexing keywords, to diversify your keyword usage. Additionally, ensure it's structured in a way that makes it easy to read with headlines H1, 2, and 3, meta description that incorporates your keywords. Don't forget to add in alt text for the included images that include alternative and external links where relevant. Lastly, write an engaging, authoritative voice to show Google your content is high quality and deserves to rank on the first page. That's not what came to my mind first when I thought of writing a prompt. I was like, okay, that sounds complicated. The neat part is that prompt will write an SEO optimized piece of content for you, perfectly designed to help you get ranked on that topic. And I was like, okay, that's much different than what I was writing. I mean, I was writing like, you know, write a one-page response to, and then some topic. And now when it got that specific as a prompt, the material that it produces is really powerful because now it's writing very specific. Now, if I were to highlight the piece to change, and let me show you, I'll just show you on my screen real quick. If I was to highlight which piece to change on this prompt, you'd want to change right here, about here. So this piece right here, this line. So you could say, craft a comprehensive SEO optimized blog that provides insightful, valuable content about, and then you can insert a very specific topic. You could say about this city's local real estate trends. And it's like, well, that's interesting. Now, Nora and I were playing with this and we're like, well, how do we find real local real estate trends in our city? Like real time, because ChatGPT is programmed 3 years ago. So that's not real-time data. That's not giving us stuff we actually needed. So I said, well, let's check this out. Let's go to Bard real quick. I think it's called Bard. Is it Google? Yeah,
Yes,
Google
I think
Bard.
you're right. Yep, it's Bard.
So I was like, let's try Bard real quick. And then I'm going to need someone to help me on this. Could you give me yours? Oh, hold on. Is Bard up on the screen? Perfect. Which city are you in? Give me.
Somebody shout out a city they'd like to try.
Medford.
Medford.
Yes.
Medford,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Give me the latest trends in Medford. Give me the real-time latest trends in real estate market for single family.
Sure.
Homes in July 2023. So this one's cool because it's connected to the internet real time. And you have to tell me, you know your city better than I do. Are these accurate?
Everything except for the amount of homes for sale.
Okay.
But
So
the price is accurate. Days on market is accurate. Sale to list is accurate. Homes, the bottom two are accurate. The only thing that I don't think is accurate is active listings. There's definitely not 65 homes for sale. Perfect.
So this is where your expertise does play a major important role with grabbing facts from the internet. Because I, as a non-real estate agent in your area, I don't know the difference, but you do. So if you're going to grab info like this quickly, one really, really important piece you want to do is always double check the facts. So just real quick, run it through and make sure that it's not accidentally spitting out something that's radically false. So double check. But then the neat part is we could grab these and we could zip back over to ChatGPT, and then we could figure out what we would want to do with it. And so we could say, I'm going to throw these in there and we're going to take off the active listings because that one's wrong. And then I'm going to make some space. I'm going to go back and grab that original prompt. And then I'm going to grab the part I said we could switch out. Grab a content about the latest trends in local real estate in Medford, Mass for first-time buyers or for home buyers. In the, switch out this one. So now I've done this. In here, I would put use the information below and include in the blog post. That way we grab some trends. So now we can give it something like that. And we can get a really cool, update of the week kind of blog to drive some traffic to.
So what is Bard? I just saw you used it, but what is that a Google product?
Bard is a Google product that's connected to the real-time internet. So we can get actual up-to-date facts and information, where ChatGPT was a what do they call it? A something speech program that was programmed with content from 3 years ago.
Oh,
So ChatGPT doesn't necessarily have real-time, right now, up-to-date information. It'll pull content from a few years back, where this one, Bard will grab real-time content. You have asterisks. You have to double check the content to make sure that it's accurate. As long as you double check the stats and they're real, you can bring that fact back over here and then squish it together and have it write it. And so it's neat. It's not perfect all the time, but it comes through and it's like, wow, that's a pretty nifty thing that you can produce. And I always pause and say, how long would that have taken to write ourselves? The answer is just longer than this. And some of us are write faster, some of us write slower. The fun part is you don't have to copy and paste that. You can grab that, throw in an editor, tighten it up, add your own unique touch to it, add your twist, add your special, flavor or sauce to the recipe there, and make it really your own so that it's more you. I'll pause there. I saw a hand real quick.
Well, I'll ask since I didn't see somebody else. What you called it? Hard pushing the keywords. You said without key stuffing. What is keyword stuffing?
Oh, so when the websites are doing analytics and they're crawling your site, there's things it penalizes you for and things that it helps you for. Keyword stuffing you get penalized for. So if you all use Uber Suggest, you can pull up, this one's fun too. You can pull up your website, and this one gives you can do a full audit on your site, and it'll tell you how you're doing, what's doing what. It'll also give you SEO opportunities. So based on your keywords, it'll tell you what type of content you could be writing that would rank well on the keywords you're going after. This one also, not the AI writer, dashboard. Does anyone have a website?
The Presti Group.
How do I spell it?
The THE Presti PRESTI Group GROUP.com.
Right.
I'm afraid to see the results, but
United States. Which mass homes are for sale? So these are some, you have a bunch of keywords coming up. I'll do it a different way actually, so it's just easier. So we could go on here. theprestigroup.com.
yes.
So the fun part is we can use this to come through and just check and see how we're doing. So it'll tell us, here's where, like, here's the top SEO pages that we're getting. It'll tell us the different keywords we're ranking for, which is cool. And then ultimately, once we know how we're ranking and once we know what we're getting traffic for, if we wanted to go after specific keywords, this is another tool that uses AI. We can drop into AI Writer and we can give it a specific phrase or keyword we're going after and have it help blog, SEO optimize blogs for that. We could also drop into opportunities. Oh, that's still for mine. We could also drop into opportunities and it'll tell you either pages you need to fix, we have a couple, or specific blogs you could go after. So if we were going after how to live a meaningful life, you just hit start, it drops it in here. I always want best quality, right? And this will take it through a process as well to build out an SEO optimized blog. So we pick our title, Unlocking Secrets to Living a Meaningful Life, a guide to finding purpose and fulfillment. That sounds fun. From there, it's going to now give us an intro paragraph. So we just have to read through them and figure out which paragraph feels right. I'm just picking a random one for this case, but I'm going to go with this intro. Generate the heading. So now it's going to say the H1 and H2 headings of how it's going to get ranked in the search engine. So I can choose which set of headings I want. Why is finding purpose and fulfillment important? Defining a meaningful life, the benefits of living a meaningful life, the challenges of finding purpose and fulfillment, self-reflection and introspection, identifying your values. Let's say I like this one. So I can click that. And then this one will also, just like ChatGPT, go ahead and create an entire SEO optimized blog specifically going after those keywords. So it's amazing. I have a hunch at some point in the near future, Google will penalize or not penalize people using AI for stuff like this. But as of right now, they're not. So it's kind of that brief window of time where the people who jump on it can grab market share before the algorithm changes more or less. But this is just another really cool tool that can help you consistently create content based on where you're wanting to go. So it creates the entire blog SEO optimized for those words, which is really neat. Also resources and other books you can read and courses you can take and where you can find them. What we usually do is export this and then sit with it and add our flavor to it. How does our specific work, how do we specifically lean into this, and where do we adjust it so that it really reflects who we are and what we do, not just the base, but this can set a foundation like that for the content, and then we can build upon it. Okay, hold
Very
on.
powerful. It looks like Cheryl, you had a question.
Yep, I just wanted to know, Jairek, is it the chat plus that you have, or just the plain chat, like ChatGPT single,
I have
free or plus?
the plain one is free. The plus is $20 a month. They're battling with each other a little bit right now. For a brief moment in time, ChatGPT Plus was providing way better content. Something happened in the software or in the AI itself. It's dropped dramatically in the past probably 9 days. So both are equally as good right this second. What they're trying to do is improve the plus so that it's substantially better quality than the other. But it's new stuff. So as much as they try to fix something, when they twist a dial, they don't supposed to go up, and sometimes it looks like it dropped this time. It's kind of the fun part with this is things are moving real time, and we're doing our best literally to catch it and use it as it's coming through.
Jairek, go ahead, Cheryl. Sorry.
Just build on that. So if we started out with a free version, would it save everything and move if we moved into the plus, or is it two different programs, do you think?
It would stay the same in your account.
Okay,
It would be there. Yeah, it won't
So much.
disappear.
okay.
You're welcome.
As we, how do we do the columns? Remember, like for social media posts or different things, and you were able to put them in columns? Like an Excel spreadsheet in a way? Was there a way?
Oh,
that-
just make a chart out of it, you mean?
Yes.
You can ask it to make a chart for you with specific content or information. So
And
you
that's useful for like social media postings, things like that, you were saying, I think, or how do we, or was that scheduling more?
maybe it's this piece. So a friend of mine made this, and we were looking for how do we help businesses do this entire process. And so my friend Brooke built this of when people are using AI and we're looking at how do you create regular content. If you're someone who's a local expert or you create lots of video content, how do we maximize, how do we basically help you create 5 times the content in half the time and half the work? And so basically there's figuring out what topics are trending. So you can use Uber Suggest, SEMrush, ask the people, Google, to figure out what trending questions people are having in your area or region. Once you know what to talk about, you can have ChatGPT write you a script for what to cover in the video that week. You could use something like a Riverside FM to record the actual long form video podcast. So you have a video now. You could then have Upwork edit and splice that video into social media clips. You could have them then edit the long form, cut it in the short form, turn it into a blog. This software can transcribe that. So you have a full blog. You can take the blog and load it into ChatGPT and have it format it in an SEO optimized format. Then you could use something like Hootsuite to load it in and schedule in all those posts with that one piece of content spread out throughout a whole week. I showed this to our business group, and Nora, I think, was the first person to say, this is wonderful, but it takes a lot of time to do all this stuff every week. And so I was like, well, that sounds like an opportunity. So I talked to a friend of mine, and he's actually building a team right now where the only thing that would be required from you every week is to show up and film. And his team would handle figuring out the right terms that you should be talking about, building a script for you to follow. You'd show up and they'd record with you. They'll take it and edit and splice it into all your social videos. They'll transcribe it and turn it into an SEO optimized blog for you. They'll go ahead and load it into your system and have it distributed on all your channels throughout the week. But your job is to show up and record for 40 minutes once a week with them. And I was like, yeah, that's probably a great idea for busy professionals who just want to show up, do their part, step out. We'll have a team handle all the other pieces of this. But this is a nice workflow to think about to maximize content, because here you land up with a long form YouTube video, short form reels and shorts for YouTube and Instagram. You end up with a full blog from it, and then lots of little mini social articles as well that come out. So it's a way to just maximize the amount of content you can produce per week, leveraging all the tools.
Amazing. Does anyone here have any questions for Jairek? We're so honored to have him here.
Yeah, hopefully this is useful.
Oh,
This is
extremely, extremely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been amazing. Greg, you seem to be, you know all this ChatGPT. Any comments?
No, I
Greg, did I
I
miss
love
anything?
it. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I always use the phrase HI has to be layered on top of AI, because you have to proof it. And like Jairek said, you put your flavor, your sauce into it. So you have to eyeball it. You can't, anyone that wants to go and try to just use it blindly, good luck.
Hold on. I had it answer something for me 3 days ago. It made up a fictional book to prove a point of a position it took in answering a question. And then I tried Googling the book and I couldn't find the book. So I asked it where the book was, and it said, I'm a word sequencing processor. The book is fictional, what I mentioned, but it's based on these actual 3 books. So
Yes, someone I heard.
what
the story
Greg's
about
saying
the-
is true.
About
Please
the
double check
attorney
it.
the attorney that tried to defend a case with ChatGPT and ended up losing the case because the judge said, your cases that you cited and your arguments don't even exist.
Very careful.
I heard that same news story too, Greg. Exactly. Yeah, it's fascinating. Cheryl writes here, please share the new team when they are ready for clients. Absolutely, I will. What I'll do is put it on the Facebook group and also the Facebook RRC page and put it under this piece, right, Cheryl? So under this post that we're gonna record, I'll put it under there when Jarek's ready to share that. So but really we wanted to come on here. I wanted to have Jared come on here, and ChatGPT seems to be what I'm hearing about. And I'd love to utilize it to so much more of an extent that we can. I mean, just even having that outline for Kelly on the Medford piece, just having a basic outline like that is amazing. So
Yeah, that was huge, Nora, because he probably saved me probably about 30 minutes of putting together all that data. And, you know, our RRC members are the top in their market. They know their market, that they can pick out the number that's wrong and just go after that. And in less than 5 minutes, I already have a post right there. That's great, Jairek. Thank you.
You're welcome.
it's great.
Yeah. It's
So-
practicing it, always double checking the facts. And this is where, you know, your local expertise makes a difference, because you have to be able to vet it, like Greg's saying, and make sure that it's accurate before you post. That's like one of the most important asterisks right now of how this currently exists in its form. And then the other piece is, if you want it to help with marketing emails, I'll do one last sequence just to show you. It's a fun one.
Sure.
But if you wanted it to help with marketing emails specifically for your company, there's a priming sequence we use for it, where it says, assume you are the new CMO of, I need a team name or a specific office.
The Presti Group.
The Presti Group in are they in Medford?
No, Stoneham and Newton.
How do I spell it?
Stoneham, so
Yeah.
HA, yep, Massachusetts.
And Newton. Yeah.
So first we'd say, assume you're the new CMO of the Presti Group in Stoneham, Massachusetts, and introduce yourself. So we need it to assume an identity first. And so now it's introducing itself as the new CMO of your group, which is fun.
Yeah.
And once it's assumed an identity, now we're going to have it connect with what are the main problems, top 10 painful problems our ideal buyers and sellers are facing. So now we want to identify, like, what are the top most painful problems our local, our ideal buyers and sellers are facing. So it's going to go through and identify the pain points. And then once we have it assume an identity, understand the pain points that our clients are facing, now we're going to have it specifically start to craft content or marketing based on how we help alleviate these problems. So now we could say, right,
Did he just freeze? Jairek just froze.
Yes.
I believe he sometimes has a weaker signal. Let's see if he'll come back. He
He's
always
probably
over
gonna-
delivers, which is,
Yeah.
he just sent me a
I want
text.
the
His
next
power,
week.
his power went out. So, and
Oh,
he's
his
gonna-
power went
there we
out. He's
go.
probably gonna say, write a blog about each of, like each of those pain points and how we can solve them, I guess, is what
I'm
I
just
think he
telling
was
us,
gonna
okay.
say, which is incredible.
Let me just tell him, oh, he said BRB, be right back. So he's gonna
Okay,
try and
great.
get back on. So we'll just keep it live and see if he comes back on for a couple minutes. But isn't this, people have to go, want to honor people's time because we usually have a hard stop of 12:30. But this is amazing information. And it's all being recorded. So Marie, this is great. You can go back and check it out. Same thing with, where did Kelly logged out too. But that's great.
It's
All these
incredible. I never even went near it because I had no idea what I was doing or even how, but this is very helpful.
Yeah,
to-
I've been
to
doing
get into
it
it,
for
you
a
know, a
few
little bit.
things.
Yeah.
I'm like Greg, I've dabbled in it and I've used it for a couple of blogs, but I had no idea to do all that outlining he did,
Yeah,
not to stuff words, keywords and all that other stuff, which was pretty
right.
cool to be able to give that kind of structure and have it write the right thing.
Yes.
It was good
the
because
SEO.
I've seen it lie to me. So,
Mm-hmm.
which
Um,
cracked me up.
oh,
There he
here
is.
he comes. He's coming back in. Here we go. And as Jarek's coming on, Marie, you had the AI piece too. I'm curious about what you had the read AI meeting notes. That's great.
Yeah, it's a add-on to Zoom, and I learned it in one of my Buffini groups to do that so that it would be able to track notes for me and stuff. So I haven't used it to its full capability, but I'll let you know how it goes. But it's something to, and it is using AI to, listen to what we're talking about. It gives me a report at the end of it all. Some
Oh,
people
that
don't
would be
want to
great
be
to share
recorded.
that too. That would be great,
Yeah.
like the transcript. Hi, Jarek. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. My power
No,
went
no.
out and turned back on.
That's great.
I
Are
got
you-
the
you're
summertime power zap.
Yep. Puerto Rico,
Um,
right? Keep that AC going.
Yeah. The final prompt under there was write an email helping our ideal client solve or showing them how we help solve problem number one. And then it specifically takes the problem, drafts it in the email, and starts writing how you and your group specifically help them navigate that problem in their specific life or situation. And it's neat because you can do that for the top 10 problems. You can easily draft 30 days worth of emails like that. And you just say, do the same prompt, but rotate between either a client testimonial, a story, or a way in which we help alleviate the pain. So you just adjust the prompt slightly and it'll start rotating through the types of emails that you can create to help solve.
Would you put the testimonial into the ChatGPT itself and say
Yep.
incorporate this testimonial? Yeah.
So you can grab a real testimonial and say, write an email of how we help this client overcome problem number one listed above for this purpose. Include a call to action to, and whatever you want them to do. Like the more clear and specific the prompt, the more powerful it gets.
Terrific. Jarek, thank you so much. Thanks for popping back in even after you lost power. Really
Yeah,
appreciate
you're
that.
welcome. Sorry about that.
And no problem. That's what happens. We go with the flow with technology these days. So that's good. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for being here. And Caitlin, welcome. And Fiona, nice to see you both. Join our Monday Mastermind. And we are next month going to have Katie Lance, Get Social Smart Academy. So she's also doing a lot of incorporating of ChatGPT, which is interesting, maybe to layer on top of this call. And for this Thursday, we're over at my house in Sherborne. Check out your constant contact or the email that Kelly sent from Eventbrite. And looks like we're going to have a fun, no rain. We'll be hot, but the shade will be out by then, and it should be fun on Thursday night. So check your emails for that, further information for this Thursday get together. So thanks everyone for joining. And Jairek, thank you as always. And if you're interested, it's JarekRobbins.com. I put it in the chat, which also is Performance Plus coaching and Accelerator coach. It's all great products that you have and great coaching materials, Jairek. It's been amazing. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
much.
It's been great. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.